Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair, and the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. The Father stoops to help the poor and the needy. In the person of his beloved Son, he bends to wash our tired, dirty, smelly feet. God sure knows how to show us he cares for us, and Jesus is right with him, saying in love, "Don't count yourself too good or too above it all to wash another's feet."
They are assembled, astonished and disturbed round him, who like a sage resolved his fate, and now leaves those to whom he most belonged, leaving and passing by them like a stranger. The loneliness of old comes over him, which helped mature him for his deepest acts. Now he will once again walk through the olive grove, and those who love him still will flee before his sight. To this last supper he has summoned them, and like a shot that scatters birds from trees, their hands draw back from reaching for the loaves upon his word. They fly across to him. They flutter, frightened, round the supper table, searching for an escape. But he is present everywhere, like an all-pervading twilight hour. Then he came to the disciples and found them sleeping, and he said to Peter, "So could you not stay awake with me 1 hour? Stay awake and pray that you may not come into the time of trial. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak."
You were with Jesus the Nazarene.
I don't know what you are talking about.
There he is. There's that disciple of Jesus.
I'm not one of them.
You are too one of them, for you're from Galilee.
I don't even know this fellow you are talking about. Then the soldiers led him into the courtyard of the palace, and they called together the whole cohort, and they clothed him in a purple cloak, and after twisting some thorns into a crown, they put it on him. And they began saluting him, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They struck his head with a reed, spat on him, and knelt down in homage to him. After mocking him, they stripped him of the purple cloak, then they led him out to crucify him.
Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you'll find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall.
"Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." And they cast lots to divide his clothing. And the people stood by, watching, but the leaders scoffed at him, saying, "He saved others, let him save himself if he is the Messiah of God, his chosen one." Then the soldiers also mocked him, coming up and offering him sour wine, and saying, "If you are king of the Jews, save yourself."
And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. A prayer for those who grieve. Gracious God, bless those who mourn, that each new day is filled with hope and the understanding that nothing destroys love, and out of darkness comes light. Amen.
They took the body of Jesus and wrapped it with the spices and linen cloths, according to the burial custom of the Jews. Now there was a garden in the place where he was crucified, and in the garden there was a new tomb in which no one had ever been laid. And so, because it was the Jewish day of preparation, and the tomb was nearby, they laid Jesus there.